Hey, it's the Fishman with the Heavy Metal Happy Hour on Toxic Radio. And I'm sitting here backstage by the pond at M3 Rock Festival with guitar whiz Robby Lochner from Jack Russell's Great White. Robby, how are you, my friend?
Doing good, doing real good.
You guys played a very special VIP-only set yesterday, you and Jack, just yes. Acoustic?
Yeah, we did just me and Jack, acoustic. It was, just like you said, for the VIP people only. We did play a Thursday night pre-party also, which was really good. I mean, we had no time restraints on that.
And was that just you two or the whole band?
Yeah, no, just the two of us. So we played, I don't know, at least an hour and a half.
Wow.
And then we came here and we had to cut the set back because it was an hour, which is
right.
Cool, not bad. But we kept it on pretty much on the dime,
It was very cool to hear some of that older stuff done acoustically. I mean, Rock Me. You guys did that acoustic, and it was just it was so different. The whole groove was kind of different, and I really I dug that a whole lot.
Yeah, that's one we're probably gonna re-record.
That was gonna be my next question.
It just lent itself so well to acoustic, which I know Jack, when we initially did some acoustic shows, he's going, okay, so we can't do Rock Me, it's not going to work. I go, no. I go, let me work with it, and I'll make this work. And I did.
It worked great.
Oh, it works really cool. I go, I put the bass line in with the guitar line. It's subtle, but it's all in there. And he was just like, wow, this is killer. And I did the same thing with Face the Day, and we did a bunch of different songs, but I changed them like Knees, Down on Your Knees. That one turned out really cool acoustically too. So those three are ones that lent themselves very well to change. Yeah, I mean, I played the part. If you noticed, I played the part, but it's still kind of like there's nothing behind it. It was kind of, I haven't really figured out the magic formula to make that one really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really spent the time on it, but I don't know if it's possible or not,
Right.
So.
Well, if there's anyone that can figure it out, I'm sure it's you. How long have you been with Jack now? I mean,
I'm going on 4 years now.
4 years, okay. Yeah. I was going to say 5, 6, something like that.
Yeah, just going on 4, yeah.
I think you're a fucking killer guitar player.
Thank you.
Great showmanship. Amazing licks. I really like the new song, Hard Habit.
Cool.
Will there be some other new stuff coming out soon?
There is. In the next couple weeks, we'll have a song called Blame It on the Night.
Okay.
It should be, we're shooting for 2 weeks, but you know how that goes.
Right.
It's probably going to be longer. And then following that, we have another one that's called My Addiction. That one we're trying to do a little bit more like with a video and stuff. And those two are definitely on the docket. So what we're trying to do is get Blame It on the Night out and then have the other one ready. We're going to film the video and get that one ready, so a month later maybe we'll drop the next one.
Right, keep it in their faces.
Yeah. And then we're going to look at releasing the fourth. We have a fourth one that's done, but we're kind of putting it on the back burner. Even though me and Jack like it a lot, it was actually my brainchild, my song. It's very kind of reggae-ish. Drum maker, kind of Led Zeppelin sounding.
Okay.
That's kind of the inspiration of it. And our manager's kind of like, oh, I don't know about that one. I'm like, dude, that song is probably, when I was listening to iTunes one day and with a guy I'm producing, and we're just listening through the top stuff, and there was a song on there that wasn't the same, but in the same vibe. And I go, that's the only track in the top 20 on iTunes that's remotely like what we're doing. I go, we'd be stupid not to put it out.
There you go. Sometimes, it's the higher ups that don't quite get, what is really going to be the maker versus the breaker. You know what I mean? Like some of the biggest songs out there, you hear stories all the time. Oh, record company hated it. Management hated it. It's the biggest friggin' thing out there.
Yeah, like Save All Your Love, Jack tells the story of that. They didn't want it on the record.
Right.
He threatened to quit. If the song's not on the record, I'm not on the record, and they put it on, and it was a huge hit for him.
Nice. Very, very big. Yeah, that was a huge one, Save All Your Love.
Yeah.
I mean, it's played at a lot of weddings, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Sure.
I mean, I heard rumor that your bass player, Chris, is getting married, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was played at his wedding.
Yeah, that's just true. This is true.
Now, have you guys considered putting out maybe something live? I mean, you guys are such an amazing live band.
We have considered it. We're talking about it. What the plan is right now is to keep releasing singles. We've got a bunch more tunes that are sitting on the docket, so to speak. We've already got drum tracks. I've started guitar tracks. We want to get at least, say, 4 more of them out. There's a couple of them that are just really good. I mean, we're really excited about them. And I think the first ones we're putting out, I think, are really good, and we're pretty happy with them. But I think these other ones are going to follow them up, are going to just be, we're kind of thinking it's going to, can help teeter us, Well,
I'm a huge fan of the band. Cool. I mean, I followed Great White from the first time I saw them, and I think it was 1986 or 87 in San Francisco. They were just playing a little club.
Yeah.
And, nobody really knew Great White yet. They were just starting to really start building and growing. And I've been a fan since, and I love everything that's come out. And I love the new Jack Russell's Great White with you, Dickie, Chris, Jack, and Tony back in the band playing guitar. Now, how odd was it to have Tony come back in the band and play guitar rather than bass, when he was the guy that wrote those iconic bass riffs from all those, great songs?
He came in to the band after the second or third record, so I think he did 2 records with them, and certainly had his thing. You know what I mean? I mean, he was definitely known for that. But as it turns out, he's actually a guitar player.
A great player.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he's definitely a great all-around musician. There's no question, and a great singer. So when there was an issue with the other guitar player, we brought in a student of mine for a while.
Right.
And then,
I remember that. I saw you guys at the House of Rock.
Yeah, and then
he was there.
Yeah, and then we were just kind of like, is this temporary? Are we going to use him? What are we going to do? And then we were just kind of like, yeah, probably not. This is cool for temporary. And then Tony had mentioned playing guitar, and I was kind of like, huh, what? And then I was like, okay. And it's worked out really well.
Nice.
It's actually, I'm much happier with him on guitar than I was with him on bass.
Really?
And not, no problem with the bass playing, but I think, putting Chris on bass was a really good move. And then just putting Tony over to guitar, it's just, for the most part, we play pretty damn tight together. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've noticed the band sounds pretty good, and it's pretty tight.
I think you guys sound terrific.
And everybody's kind of like, on the same page. And the thing that really impressed me once we got Chris in the band, it was just like, okay, where's this going? How's this going to be? But we did a rehearsal, our first rehearsal, and I kind of broke it down, and I was okay. Let's hear our vocals. Everybody sings, and the first time we started singing and giving out parts and stuff, I was like, wow, this sounds amazing. I'm going, I can't believe how good our vocals sound.
Nice.
I mean, it's like, this is great. Now
it's crucial.
It is
absolutely, especially with Great White stuff.
Yeah, and then with everybody singing, and it's just different. I mean, and it's just like when you take one element out of it. It just seems like, okay, one of the voices out of it, it seems to kind of falter a little bit from when all 4 of us are singing behind Jack. And as long as the guy behind the PA's got it together, I mean, It's blown me away. I mean, those first rehearsals, like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Nice.
Everybody sounds so good together. It's not just that everybody can sing, it's that we sound really good together. Which is pretty cool.
It's hard, man. It's definitely hard to get the voices to gel, as you say, properly, to get that wonderful, beautiful harmony. So I think that's terrific. I'm really looking forward to the new stuff that you're telling me about. Robby, man, I mean, I've interviewed you in the past a couple of times with other members of the band, and you've been the one consistent, the one solid guy that's there that just is you're like Jack's right-hand man, though you're on the left side most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm on the left side. I mean, it's kind of worked out that way. I mean, it's just, at first when he put the band together, I was the last addition to the band. Really? He had all the other pieces in, and Dario was playing bass, and Dario was like, you got to get this guy in the band, and he got me in, but Jack was kind of like, okay. And then over time, as he was paying attention more and more, he was just kind of like, really started kind of...
You got the goods.
He started divulging more and more on me. I mean, it was just a slow thing for him to start trusting me. It was start trusting me with, rewrites on the songs. I mean, I'd write the endings, the intros, and then he started trusting me to perform. It's like, oh, I like the way you move on stage and entertain. Okay, this is great. Then I go, the next big hurdle is writing. That is the big hurdle. And that
Have you done much of the assisting and writing?
Oh yeah, we were writing a lot together. All this stuff is,
I'll be honest with you. I saw you guys yesterday. Y'all were the first band we saw early, the VIP set, and then I think there was like 5 bands last night. I woke up this morning singing Hard Habit, though.
Oh, wow, nice.
So I'm like, God damn, I saw 5 other bands after that, and all I could sing is Hard Habit. I was singing it in the shower. So
gotta like that.
I love this stuff, man.
Yeah, I am a co-writer on that, though. That really was Tony and Jack's brainchild. Okay. I'm not sure who actually came up with the thing, but then I got involved with Jack on it, and he just starts bouncing stuff off of me, lyrics and stuff. He just needs somebody to... that he can work with. And I kept telling him, at first he was a little scared, a little leery, but I was like, you know what? Trust me, it'll work. It'll work. I've written with a lot of people. And I've worked with guys who've had number 1 hits.
You played with Rob Halford?
Yeah.
In Fight? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, who doesn't love fucking Rob Halford?
Yeah, no kidding.
In Fight, man.
Yeah.
That was great stuff. My little brother actually turned me on to the Fight stuff when Rob first got into that. And I was like, wow, that's some good shit. And I think we saw you guys. You had really long hair.
Yeah, I had really long hair. Yeah.
I think I saw you.
It's possible.
So back several years ago now, but
yeah, it's been a while.
I loved it, and so who knew I'd be your big fan, without
Nice.
even knowing you. So, anything you want to say to anybody out there, just kind of checking you guys out, man?
Just Jack Russell's Great White Pirate page. Keep an eye out or an ear out for the new songs.
Nice.
We'll be putting them out, and there's, I think there's going to be some really good stuff coming out. We've been writing, like I said, with me and Jack, we've really been doing a lot of writing. We've got a lot of stuff coming down. There's stuff that's like done but not recorded. There's stuff that's half recorded but not done, and there's stuff that's completely recorded, just needs to be mixed.
Okay.
So stuff in all different stages right now, but there's a couple songs that I'm just really, really excited about. I'm like, these songs, 2 of them in particular, that are just, nice. I think are going to really help this band a lot.
Nice. Well, I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open and keep my eyes on my inbox looking for new Jack Russell's Great White stuff leaked to me via email. That would be great. Yep. And we'll play it on the show, man.
Great.
So,
sounds good.
Robby, I want to thank you so much for your time.
You got it.
And for doing this